Hi, my name is Jacob. Today I'm playing a Layla, Artful Provocateur. I'm just doing what it says on the tin, cast artifacts, enchantments, and just beat people to death.
Practice playing Nikki the old ways, looking to mow down the opponents and return the city back to the old ways, even if by force. There's a few sneaky little things that you wouldn't expect to find in a deck for creatures, but that's about it.
Colton, I'm playing Paco and Halden. I'm just gonna let the dog do its attacking.
Volk, I'm playing Kneos and Tiro of Miletus. They are, quote, roommates. I like to put lands where they don't belong and then get them back onto the battlefield.
Draw. I'll play Sunken Ruins into a Soul Ring, and I'll pass.
Worse and pass.
I'm gonna play a Steam Vents, tapped and pass.
I will draw for turn. I will play Forest, play a Noble Hierarch, and pass the turn.
And I will play Mystic Confluence. I'll take one, making a white. Colorless here, 2 more. And I will play Smothering Tithe. And I'll happily pass the turn.
Tap, upkeep, draw. I cannot play a horse for a soccer tri-voter. Pass.
Untap, draw.
During your upkeep, I am going to stack the tri-voter and go get a mountain.
Rootbound Crag into Lightning Greaves. Pass.
Untap, draw. Let me debate this Smothering Tithe trigger, because I have the ability to pay it. I don't know if I should. Yeah, I'm not going to pay it. I'm going to shock in a Stomping Ground and play Uro of Nature's Wrath, attacking the triggers so that I will draw the card and play a land and then gain the 3 life, then sacrifice. So I'll go to 41. I'll draw a card. I will not pay for the new trigger. And I will put a Sun-Scorched Desert into play and deal 1 damage to Jacob.
Oh, no.
And then sacrifice Uro. That's to pay for your Smothering Tithe. Get you for 1 and pass the turn.
I will draw for turn. 2 colorless, blue, taking a damage for Mystic Confluence. The 2 colorless and a blue to cast Attribution as a copy of Smothering Tithe. All the mana. And then I'll use 3 for Phyrexian Arena. Just pass from there.
Tap, upkeep, draw.
You pay the 4.
No. Alright, mountain is land for turn for a Dockside Distortionist.
Damn it.
Would you like to respond to that, Jacob?
I will float 4. Make it all blue.
So
It's just
total is 5.
Yeah.
5 cast my commander. Float 4, leaving 1 green behind for a Yeeson Wandering Bard. And say go.
Untap, draw.
do you pay the 4? You can pay for at least 1.
I know, I'm just trying to debate if I actually want to. Play the land. Yeah,
Alright,
I'm not doing anything with it, so I'll pay the
Alright.
2.
Alright, I'll make 1 pressure.
And that's a go.
All right, untap, upkeep, draw. I will pay for 1 of the Smothering Tithe triggers. I'll shock in a Temple Garden, and I will deal with another one of the Smothering Tithes permanently. We're going to Boseiju targeting the original Smothering Tithe.
That gets destroyed. I get to go get a basic, or a land with any basic type. I'll go get my Triumph.
I will pass the turn.
Tap, upkeep. I will decline to have it flicker. 1 life, Phyrexian Arena. Draw for turn 1 for a top, and then I'll immediately look. Tap to draw and play Sea of Clouds. For Layla, 1 white for Ethereal Armor. Gives it +1/+1 for each enchantment I control and has first strike. That will be my turn.
Untap, upkeep, no triggers, draw.
Will you pay the 2 for the tithe?
Yes. Actually, just gonna pass.
Tap, draw. You can have it, Jake. Let's Chaos Warp your Smothering Tithe.
Yeah, that's fine.
And it'll shuffle away the Divining Top. That's
Yep.
great, actually.
I mean, it makes the Chaos War feel at least a little better.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
still
getting-
pretty good.
It's
Getting rid of the top and the last Smothering Tithe feels pretty okay. Right.
Get another land. Underground River.
Yeah, it was worth the trade. Yavimaya Coast.
Between the Boseiju and the Chaos Warp, I'm back up to not messing land drops, which makes me happy.
I will pass.
Untap, draw. I'm going to play Ramanap Excavator. I'll play Boseiju as my land for the turn. That is going to be it. I'll pass.
Untap. Upkeep trigger. Lose a life. Draw a card. Planes for land for turn 2 for Swiftfoot Boots. Attempt to equip a Layla.
I'm going to path a Layla in response to the attempt to equip.
Fierce. It's all fierce, the path.
You know what they say,
and I-
turn 1 Soul Rings always makes you the target.
I'll turn 1 Soul Ring into turn 2, turn 3 Smothering Tides was kind of the problem.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, treasures. I'll hit Volk for 2, 4.
Yeah,
4,
that makes
5.
sense.
and I'll gain 4. That will be my turn.
Extra end step cloud. I'm gonna tap for 4. Activate Nisung. Put a verse counter on him. A Magus of the Candelabra. Alright. And then untap. Upkeep. Draw. Tap out for 8. Apply 4 of it to Magus. Untap these 4. I'll say the 4 green were left over. Add 2. Vorinclex Monstrous Raider. Activate Eason. Go to 3-drop.
What's up?
Can we agree this board state's getting out of hand real quick?
Yeah. I would love to do something about it.
Okay, I'm gonna need your help next turn then.
Okay.
Pull up my deck list.
Don't agree to whatever deal he gives you. It's a deal with the devil.
Rada, Heart of Gold. So yeah, I'll find Rada, Heart of Killed, put it into play, take a peek at the top of Rada, use the remaining green floating from here, add 2 to it, Zoo the Lost but Seeking, move to combat, smacking Colton for 6.
I take 6.
And still
Untap.
Yeah.
Draw.
I've got your deck list open. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be looking at.
Alright, I'm leaving a mountain open. Paying a life from a Yavimaya. I'm gonna play Gilded Passage. I'm gonna reveal the cards in my library. An opponent chooses from among them a creature land, a land card, and a non-creature non-land card. I put those cards into my hand. AKA, I'm asking for the Blasphemous Act.
But I don't want to give you a Blasphemous Act. So I choose a creature, a land, and a non-creature non-land.
Yep.
I will give you for your creature Dryad of Elysian Grove.
Okay.
For your land, I will give Ancient Tomb. For your non-creature non-land,
Because the Blasphemous Act right now is the only thing I have to take care of this board state.
Yeah, but I like my thing. I think the only thing that's really a big problem for me, personally, is Vorinclex, and I can give you a beast with it for that.
I don't have mana for that.
Oh, because you only left for red.
Yes.
Right. Rude. How much does that screw me?
Do you have a land drop, Colton?
I have the Ancient Tomb.
Give him Jessica's will. Maybe he can. It's if.
He can't.
Why not?
It's in his hand.
How
Yeah.
unfortunate.
I mean, I'm okay with it having another turn, too. So I could still give you the beast with it. And you'll just have to deal with it for another turn.
Because for me, it's not the between the Vorinclex, it's the
Yeah.
Candelabra and the Yison
Yeah.
and the double mana.
Yeah. I guess if I had a red source, I could deal with. But yeah, I'll give you the Blasphemous Act, as much as I hate to say it.
Alright, so these 3 go to my hand. I'll play Ancient Tomb. Blasphemous Act. That'll be the end of my turn.
I will untap, draw, play Shatter Skull Smashing as a red source tap. Pass the turn.
Untap. Upkeep. Lose a life for Phyrexian Arena. Draw a card. We'll shock in Hollowed Fountain. Alayla. 1 to equip Alayla. I'll just take the turn to reset.
untap, upkeep, nothing, draw. Then it goes to the Reveler. I'm going with the 3. I'm going to 0 him, creating a 2/2 Satyr token. And to go.
Untap, draw. Sharka Rage Bits. Paco. There's no responses. Paco's gonna wear a pair of boots. That's weird. Let's go Valk. I'll swing at you with Paco. Everyone's gonna exile top card of their library.
Dovin's Veto.
Paleolog.
Okay, I'm gonna make it
Jawari
Drax.
Disruption.
I'm never gonna care what you top deck unless it's a land.
Oh yeah, because you can only hit non-creature stuff off of the.
Yep.
Yeah, so Paco is gonna get 3.
Yep.
Alright, so the
And
land.
you have a Jawari Disruption and a Dovin's Veto available to you now. 6.
I will pass the turn.
I'll untap, draw, play a land for the turn. I'm gonna fetch up a blue source and shock in a Hallowed Phone. And I will play my kings. Then I'd like to go to my end step. Kings will trigger. I will draw a card. Then each player may put a land into the battlefield from their hand. I am going to put this one into play.
I do not have
if-
a land.
If you don't, you get to draw a card. The one that I'm going to put into play is a Glacial Chasm. It's got cumulative upkeep 2 life, and when Glacial Chasm comes into play, I sacrifice a land. I will sacrifice this Sunscorched Desert. I cannot attack, and all damage dealt to me is reduced to 0. So you can go ahead and swing Paco at me to get your triggers all you want.
Untap. Upkeep. Lose a life for Phyrexian Arena. Draw a card. Field of the Dead. Make a zombie. Reconnaissance mission. Whenever a creature I control deals combat damage to a player, I may draw a card. On cast, I make a fairy to give the boots to the fairy. Now we'll move to combat. I will swing a Layla at Draxus and the fairy at Colton. That'll be just 2 damage to each of you, but Draxus will be marked as commander. Since 2 creatures take combat, I will draw 2.
Yeah.
Esper Sentinel on cast, make a second fairy. Pass from there.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. So I'm going to play a Thespian stage as land per turn. I will +1 Xenagos, adding a green, add 5, so 6 total to play Allergic Predators. I do not have the one to pay for Esper Sentinel.
We'll draw. I will pay a life for Mana Confluence, make a blue. You and I can draw cards. I will Arcane Denial it.
Pass.
Sorry.
Alright, I
Yep.
will untap.
You will draw 2 cards at the upkeep, Draxus.
I'm gonna pay 2. Alayla can be an elk. 3/3 elk at that matter. I did not pay the 1.
I will Abjure, sacrificing the fairy that has the boots. Sacrifice permanent, counter target spell.
I'm gonna play Halden. I'm gonna play Kaplusan Forest. I'm just gonna go to combat, I guess. Jake, I'll swing Paco at you. So everyone's gonna exile the top card.
Generous gifts.
Mountain.
Worldly Tutor.
That's actually
It's
helpful.
a good one.
4 counters. That makes him a 10/10. Jake?
Yeah, I'll just jump with the Zomboid.
Yeah, I figured. Everything that's out there is instant speed, so I will pass.
That's
Alright.
the spirit.
Untap. Upkeep. My Chasm will get its first birthday, and I will pay the 2 life for its first birthday. I will draw. I'll play a Roiling Vortex. Beginning of each player's upkeep, that Roiling Vortex deals 1 damage to them. Whenever a player casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast that spell, Roiling Vortex deals 5 damage to that player. And then I can pay a red to make it so that my opponents can't gain life this turn. I would like to move to my end step. Kaneos and Tiro will trigger. I will draw a card. Then each player may put a land onto the battlefield from their hand. I will put the Spire Garden on.
Heliod's Generosity.
Draw.
If you don't put a land on, you can draw.
I
And then I will pass the turn.
Upkeep.
I forgot to lose 2.
Roiling Vortex trigger. Please take 1 damage.
1 damage there. 1 damage for Phyrexian Arena. Then draw for turn. Play Urborg, because nobody else is playing black. Well, let's see how desperately you want to keep your commander. Also, trigger. Zombie. Attempt to oubliette the Halden.
I will.
Or you could just do what you want to do and just generous gift.
I could. Or I could Heroic Intervention.
That's also a thing.
All right. In response, hold up. I am blue as well.
I know.
I will plumb the Forbidden. I will, as an additional cost, I'll sacrifice the zombie that came in this turn and the fairy. So I will lose 3 life, draw 3 cards. Okay. Everything stack resolves. Oubliette is countered.
Oubliette is still on the field, sir.
Oh, heroic
It's on the
intervention.
field. It's just cannot. The trigger fizzles.
I will to equip Alayla with the boots, so I won't get punished again. Also, before I forget, will you pay for 1 for Esper Sentinel?
Yeah, I'll pay the 1.
Okay. 1 for Skull Clamp. Equip my zombie with it. Poke Colton for 2. Gain 2 life back. I'll draw a card since a creature hit. I will move to my end step and I will discard Mystic Seagate to hand size. I will pass turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Forest is land turn. Yeah. Activate Xenagos, add 1 green, total of 7. That's my commander. Pass.
Untap. Draw. Play my land for the turn.
You have an extra combat in hand, don't you?
No. I'm gonna generous gift the Glacial Chasm.
Do you want to pay? As triggering the stack, Colton, do you want to pay for the Esper Sentinel?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna peace out for a moment with Fairy's Protection.
Well, you pay the 1.
Yes, I will pay the 1.
Dovin's Veto.
Okay.
All right. So both my cards are in my graveyard. Hooray!
Right, so Chasm is destroyed, and I get a
3/3 beast.
3/3 beastie placed upon mine own petard.
Jessica's Will for 7. Taking 2.
It's actually 8 now.
Even
Because
better.
I did draw. Yikes.
I'm gonna spend green, and go into 1 red mana for a Cloth Unrivaled Ancient. Go to combat. Cloth at Dracus, and I will do Cloud. I'll send Paco at you. I'm gonna put Paco to resolve first, so everyone exile the top card.
Bird's Paradise.
Sensei's Divining Top.
Island.
Alright, so I get 3 counters, making him a 13.
Yeah, I'll definitely jump with the Zomboid.
So I will get 17 mana. Any combination. 1 red, 12 green, 4 blue. I will do 4 of the green for Indomitable Might. He gets +3/+3, and then if the enchanted creature may have its sign as combat damage as though it weren't blocked. So that's 16, Commander.
That's a lot of damage. 16.
Yep.
And Combi dies.
Okay.
And I will take 4.
Second main phase. 4 blue and 3 green. Nexus of Faith.
Now I'm dead.
That's problematic. Yeah.
Alright, if that resolves, I'm going to shuffle.
I'm super dead.
No lands or 1 green for Kedis. And then I will go to my end phase. Go to my next turn. Go to combat. Yep, you're right, Jake. I'm going to swing at you with Paco.
Yep.
We will all exile the top. Land from me.
Creature from me.
Reality chip.
That's a creature. Wait, Dracus, did you exile a land or a creature?
Land.
Land.
What was...
So that's 18, Commander, which will deal 18 damage to everyone else. And then I will Chandra's Ignition, targeting Paco. 18 damage to each creature and each player.
Yep. You got it.
Wasn't that a blowout? Love seeing everyone grow in our group. Like, subscribe, links in description, and hit the bell icon.